Hello, this is Sir Stillwater. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Kraken. This is Oceanic Futures Great Building, and this is one of the great buildings in my great building series. So if you're interested in seeing more great buildings, go ahead and take a look. I got a playlist that covers all the great buildings. I also have individual videos for each great building. So if there's one in particular, just go ahead and jump on over to my page and just do a search for whatever you're looking for. So appreciate that. So the Kraken, this is the second of three Oceanic Future Great Buildings. The first I created was the video for was the Atlantis. The next one I'm going to do here is going to be the Blue Galaxy. So this is one of those eras where you get three great building opportunities, which is pretty cool. So here you notice that with the name like Oceanic Future, you would think it would be nautical, and it is. So, so here we have, this is a little tile card thing for that building. You see we got some water. We've got a little rope bridge, little wooden rope bridge, lighthouse, a little riser thing, which is kind of interesting. Some sails and rope ladder that goes up a pole, almost looks like a mast. So it's pretty neat. Little dinghy in the water with some little floats that look like old fishing floats, little red and white fishing floats or bobbers. So, but this is what it looks like when it's placed. It's kind of a neat visual. Let's jump on over and show it here in the wild. Here I am kind of zoomed into it. You notice I put it with my other watery areas like the Atlantis. I'm sorry, with like the Alcatraz and my Blue Galaxy, because my water's over in that end of my world. So, but that's what it looks like there. Kind of zoom out. It's nice and flat, so it doesn't hide anything when you place it with anything behind it for the most part, which is kind of nice if you're interested in that. Okay, so here I am over at the forgeofempires.fandom.com wiki, and we'll talk about what this building has to offer, what it costs, and all that good stuff. So, no affiliation to the site, just a great resource. Want to give credit. They do a great job over there. So, construction costs 300, 550, 350, 450, 500. So, you're really looking a little bit over 400 of each good to go ahead and build this. Not too bad. Nothing out of line. Size, it's a 5x5, so it's a pretty small footprint, relatively speaking, especially for the era when you're getting up there in the higher eras. Roads required, that shouldn't come as a surprise because every great building requires a road. Production benefits, let's see, we get forge points, which is a daily collect. It kind of grows over time. We'll show you a little bit of the schedule on that, so it's something that's not crazy on the forge points, but all forge points help. So, and then the passive bonus, which is something kind of unique to this building, is something called First Strike, which has this kind of like little octopus tentacle thing from the Kraken, which is kind of cool looking. So let's see. Let's talk about that, right? And we all know what forge points are and how that works. Basically, I'll jump down here first, and then I'll come back up and talk about what First Strike means, right? So level 1, 80 to place, which is right in line with everything else. You get 1 FP. It looks like it's 2 levels, and then you kind of start to jump up again, and then 2 levels, and so on. So at a level 1, you get 1 FP per day collected off of a 5x5, which isn't great, which isn't really, that kind of stinks, but it adds up as you get up through the ranks, through the levels. So level 10 though, you get 8, and so on. If you really get it up there in levels, you can do some decent accumulation, though. Forge points are pretty plentiful in a lot of things, especially the event buildings, and I'll be covering some of that in some of my future videos. Some of these event buildings are just paying just crazy forge points for what you used to have to really work for. But either way, some of these great buildings are good to have, especially if you don't have the event buildings, and especially if you're growing up through the ranks. That's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother topic for another video, which it will be. I'm getting there. I'm just getting through the great buildings. I want to get all these recorded first, or created first, and then we'll kind of move into that, some of the other areas of gameplay. So if you're interested in that, here's my shameless plug. If you're interested in that, please subscribe and hit the bell and all that jazz. And then that way, when these other videos come out, you can kind of see if something you want to watch, something that's worth checking out. So there we go, done. Okay, First Strike. First Strike, what this is it gives you an opportunity when you start a battle for anything except PvP, which is player versus player. So this would be Guild Expedition, this would be Guild Expedition, Guild Battleground. I think if you attacking your neighbors and stuff, maybe not. But either way, well, no, it's not. Yeah, it's not PvP arena, but I think it is when you attack people. Maybe, I'm not sure. Good question. But basically, you will get an opportunity to have an auto kill on one of your opponents at the beginning of the battle, of the first round of the battle. So if it's a single round, it is what it is. You get an opportunity. In this case, at level 1, for 10 battles, 10 different battles, you have a 20% chance of taking out one opponent before you even start the battle at the beginning of the battle. And if there's 2 levels, obviously this only applies to the first of the 2 rounds. So that's kind of interesting. If you're, it's kind of a nice force multiplier because it gives you an opportunity to kind of get some advantage straight away. Some people like this building, some people don't. Personally, I like it. I think it's kind of cool looking. It's just kind of there in the background. You don't have to pay any attention to it. It just does its thing. I'm a big auto battler, so I don't really pay that much attention to what it's doing. But I know it's doing its thing in the background. So, and you get to level 10, you get 12 battles, and you get basically you're almost at a third of a chance of taking out one opponent for your first 12 battles of the day. This resets every day too. I failed to say that. So this counter resets every day. And then what'll happen is it will show up over here in your list of things. Here we go. You see my first strike. I've got a 33.92% chance to kill an enemy unit at the start of the battle. And then each battle I have, this will tick down and then it will eventually go away. So there you go. So that's what the Kraken has to offer. It's something kind of unique. It's something kind of cool. It's different. But that's what I have on this one. I'm going to be creating a video for the Blue Galaxy next. So if you're interested in that, either stop back, check it out, subscribe, whatever. If you like it, please consider a thumbs up. If you don't like it, please consider a thumbs down or a comment. Or if you just feel like that, appreciate anything you can do to help. And it kind of helps get better visibility for other people to find these videos and either be entertained or maybe learn a little bit of something. So thanks you very much. Have a good one. Take care. Goodbye.